Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is Behind the Enthusiast. Quite literally. So today we are back at it with my 2003 Subaru WRX Roller. This is the car that is missing a few pieces and hopefully has a few in store, where you guys currently are, for the build. So let's cut out the talking and let's get right into it. So in our previous video, we took apart the rear end, trunk, fully disassembled, rear bumper on top of the car, and everything has been pretty much stripped out, except for the actual bumper supports. As you guys can see, that is still there. We've also got another one over there as well. But we will deal with that another day. And well, as you guys can see, this thing is pretty rusted, but it's rusted in the areas that I'm hopefully not too concerned with. So I've moved the car over just enough that just opens. There's literally not even a millimeter gap there. Now, obviously, door cards are gone. However, still got the mirrors here. Those plugs look to be intact, so the mirrors would be good. Door latch. Okay, that just popped right off. That was totally unexpected. But this plastic stuff, not too concerned about. But this obviously falling out. It's not held in by a whole lot. However, the pieces that I'm concerned about right now are in the car. And as you guys can see, there's lots and lots of goodies in here. Small pieces that you guys might think are not super important. However, when you're trying to restore a car, something like this, which is part of the front grille, really comes in handy. I know the paint is not the greatest on this. However, these little clips that are on here, they are everywhere on the car, and I've been trying to save as many of those as I possibly can. And so we're gonna dig in here. Here is one of the pieces that I wanted. So that's really nice to see. And I'm really curious as to what is in the Kodiak box. I have a feeling it's empty, but I'm going to go and grab that out right now and start pulling out a few of these other pieces and lay them out on the ground for you guys to see all of what we actually have in this really horrible pile of a mess inside of the car. All right, it's pretty heavy, so hopefully. All right, that is actually one of the pieces that I was missing on the car, which is, I believe, the rear caliper. All right, so relatively good surprise. However, lots of bits and pieces in here. This is actually, I think this is damaged. I mean, it's a relatively solid piece of metal, but that really looks like it's seen better days, unfortunately. So I have a feeling that's probably garbage. Same thing with that one. And brake shoes, which look pretty bad. So, not the best find, however, that does explain a little bit for me. Nice. So that is definitely a blob-eye rear end 0405 WRX Imprezas and STIs. And that is actually in really good condition. It's black. It actually matches my 04. So pretty happy about that because I can use that on my other WRX build, which my brother is working on out west. So we got some side skirts. Keep in mind, these are WRX side skirts, so they are just the basic ABS plastic. They are not paint matched. And I would say, all things considered, they're not in too bad of shape. This area right here, where it's really mangled, this is generally where the jack goes on to the underside of the rocker. So it does get a little bit mangled, but I'm not too concerned about it. I could probably heat it up with a torch and bend it back into its proper position. Some random pieces of metal and what looks to be rubber for the door sill. Alright guys, so far that is the quarter panel that the previous owner was going to use to fix his car, which got into an accident. I don't know if you guys are going to see this or not, but they ended up breaking, I don't know, a screwdriver or Phillips or something in there. So that piece was not coming off. Now, as you guys probably saw, these are the side skirts. They are not painted. We got that rear bumper in very good condition. It could, well, I mean, it's got some scratches, so it could probably use a nice little buffing here and there. Now, so far, I've got this shroud, which goes around the steering wheel column. That is off the center. This is where the shifter would go in. Not entirely sure where this piece is from. This is some sort of electrical component. This is the change drawer, which I don't even know if mine has it or not. And then I have HVAC system with, get ready, the cup holder. This thing is so difficult to find, but listen to this. Here, click, and oh yeah, slides right out. It's a little bit moldy, but that thing is perfect. So little goodies like that really make my day because I am all about returning it back to original. So both of those pieces are gonna come in handy. And that is the front dash. And believe it or not, the tubes, which I'm gonna try to show you guys here. The tubes here, those on mine, for some reason, that top section there, I have no idea why, but it is completely melted on mine, and these actually just bolt in, so there's some bolts holding it on. So I should be able to swap this one out onto mine to make my actual HVAC air system work properly, because obviously if you have a hole in there, the air is just going to go out through underneath the dash. So mine has never worked properly. So I'm actually pretty excited to have that and actually have the heat in the car working properly again. And as you guys can see, slowly making progress here. We can almost see the floor again. And that, I believe, is the airbag for the passenger. I don't know if these things can go off just by picking them up, but I'm going to be very, very careful with that because I don't want that thing blowing up in my face. So I'm probably just going to ignore it for the time being and deal with everything else. But I do see some door cards, and we have a rear seat in the back as well. So making good progress. And yes, headlights are over there. Those will be next to come out. And yeah, I mean, so far, you know, a little bit of goodies and a little bit of junk. Well, guys, it looks like there was a mouse in here, or mice, at some point. And I'm not too familiar with the component, but I think this is the AC unit. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it, but it sounds like there is a bunch of stuff in there. I think like this is what makes, you know, your air conditioning and your heating. All those elements in there. There's tons of stuff in there. It looks like mice were in there. And I tipped it upside down in antifreeze. Went all over the floor of the car, which isn't that big of a deal. But there looks to be 4 door cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Math adds up. So that's pretty good. Obviously, if I need these components or I want to sell them, that's an advantage for me. And for some reason, there's mosquitoes. I don't know why. It was actually 21 degrees today, which is really weird for, you know, the winter. I mean, it should be -1 at least. But I have a few more things to pull out of here. So the door cards, the headlights. Well, guys, it's pretty much all emptied out. That is a mouse nest. Mice nest. I don't know how many there were, but it looks like there were a lot. That is on the seat. So, yeah, there's some usable stuff. However, you're going to need to deep clean everything thanks to the residents that used to be there. That unit has a bunch of mouse, well, whatever that material is. It's been stuffed into there as well. So e-brake was just up so that I could actually hold on to it and reach to the other side of the car because it's blocked off. And the headlights, to be completely honest, that is the left one. Could be a little bit better condition. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations. You can kind of see there. If you guys have any recommendations on how to buff that or clean it up, that's the right one. That one actually looks really, really nice. So I'm pretty happy about that. And we've got the side airbags. And I've also got this neat little piece here as well. This looks like a diagram. I don't know if it's going to focus or not for you guys. But yeah, this is a diagram for all the wires. This might be a wiring harness thing, but this might come in handy for some of you guys. If you guys want me to take a photo of that, please let me know, and I will do so, and I will include it in the next video. That might come in handy for any of you guys who are doing wiring. And the next thing, obviously, I'm going to have to vacuum this all up. So I'm just going to end it right now and go grab the shop vac because this is an absolute mess. Well, guys, what did you think of this teardown? Now, obviously, there's a lot more work to do. I have a lot of cleaning up to do. I'm going to get that shop vac coat. And of course, I'm going to have to wash and inspect parts once I'm finally done. There's a lot of components. I'm going to lay it all out for you guys in the next video to have a proper full inspection of, you know, what's there, a grand reveal. And I guess you guys can give me your opinions then in that video as to what value we might be putting on all of these components. And that's it for this one. I feel a little bit dirty right now with the mouse stuff in there. So I definitely need to get the shop vac. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working. Comments, questions, anything at all about the build, leave some comments down below for me. And of course, be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future videos on the channel, especially part of this build series. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I don't like this.